Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Magmortar. Magmortar is actually a pretty cool Pokemon. It has a really high special attack at base 125, relatively good speed at base 83. It can take advantage of that because there are a lot of different Pokemon that it can outspeed naturally because of it. And also if you chuck a Choice Scarf on it, it will outspeed a lot more Pokemon. Base 95 in the special defense means that it has actually got the ability to live maybe one or two hits, along with base 75 in the HP. Downside is base 67 in the defense, which is pretty low, but it has actually got a respectable attack stat at base 95, meaning that you can take advantage of that in certain scenarios, and I'll cover that later on in this video. Now I've got 4 sets today, 2 generic, 1 Dynamax, and 1 of the more quirky physical set. But before we get started, if you could scroll down, click that like button, also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It would really help me out and I would really appreciate it. Okay, so the first set we have for Magmortar is a Choice Spec set. So Choice Specs 1.5 times in your special attack, making you much more powerful in that front. You'll be around 525 in your special attack, which means you'll hit a lot of Pokemon for a lot of damage. You could also replace the Choice Specs in this scenario with a Choice Scarf to allow you to outspeed more Pokemon. It's just depending on what your speed tier is looking like, whether you have things like Sticky Webs, or what your personal thoughts are on what you want to do. Ability, I've gone for Flame Body. This means if you're hit by any physical attacks, any contact attacks, the Pokemon has a 30% chance of getting burned. And you also have Vital Spirit as an option. I would say these are equally usable in this scenario because Vital Spirit stops you from going to sleep. Now, obviously, it's up to you what you want to do. I would say the Flame Body will probably come in handy more often, but the Vital Spirit is still there in case someone's running like Hypnosis Melodic, for example, and trying to cause issues. So move-wise, Fire Blast, powerful fire-type attack, boosted by Stab, hits a lot of different Pokemon for super effective damage, such as Grass types, Bug types, and Steel types. And if you want to go for an alternative to this, because obviously Fire Blast does have the chance to miss, you can go for Flamethrower instead as a good alternative, maybe even Lava Plume as an option as well. You've got Thunderbolt, which is a powerful electric type attack. It hits a lot of different Pokemon, including water types, which obviously you are very weak to. Again, next up we have Focus Blast, which is a powerful fighting type attack, and that will hit things like Dark types, it will hit normal types, Steel types, and it hits neutral on a lot of different Pokemon as well. And finally, got Scorching Sands, that will hit things like your Rock types for super effective damage. And also has a 30% chance to burn the opposing Pokemon, which can be really handy as well, because lowering the physical prowess of some Pokemon, because obviously it halves the attack power, means that you're more likely to live some hits, especially with your defense being quite low. EV's gone for max special attack and max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. If you go for the Choice Scarf variant, I'd recommend going for modest, so more special attack, less attack, but it's up to you what you decide to go for on that one. Moving on to our second Magmortar, I've gone for a little bit more of a supportive version of a Magmortar, and there's several different ways that you can run this. So we've got Leftovers, allowing us to heal ourselves up with each and every passing turn. We've got Flame Body, again, as the ability to burn Pokemon. Now that can work quite nicely to limit the amount of moves that you have to use for Will-O-Wisp to burn the Pokemon as well. We've got Taunt. Now, Taunt stops things from setting up because a lot of Pokemon do require that setup or that recovery option to be able to work effectively. So having that Taunt really limits them and forces them to attack you. Obviously, do be cautious of things like physical Pokemon that aren't already burned, because that Taunt could put you in a bad situation. We then have Will-O-Wisp, which is a good Fire-type attack. It burns Pokemon, especially with your low defense. It means that it halves their attack power, so you're still got the ability to live 2 or 3 hits when you may not have been able to live before. We've then got Flamethrower, which is a powerful fire-type attack boosted by Stab, and finally Clear Smog. Now, Clear Smog can get rid of any status changes on a Pokemon. So, for example, if they've gone to +2 for a Sword Stance, you put Clear Smog on there, that's going to eliminate those stat changes. So that's going to help you a great deal in a lot of different scenarios. So this is much more of a supportive version. Now, there are a few ways of running EVs. You could run this as a typical max special attack, max speed, to try and get as much damage out of that Flamethrower and Clear Smog as possible, but you still have options of running a max HP, max special defense, or max HP and max defense, and you would run that with either a plus special defense minus attack or plus defense minus attack nature, and that would allow for you to live as many attacks as possible. You could even potentially run a max HP, max speed set, but that would be a little bit more gimmicky because your natural speed isn't quite good enough to have that full speed, fast, supportive Pokemon. Moving on to our third Pokemon, this is a Dynamax set. So I've got the Heat Rock on here, allowing you to extend the Sun from 5 turns to 8 turns. This can work in your favour because it halves the attack power of Water-type moves, and also if you have Chlorophyll users in the back, they can take advantage of that also. Ability, Flame Body, or Vital Spirit, either of those are viable. Move-wise, we've got Clear Smog. Clear Smog turns into Max Ooze, increasing up your special attack by 1 stage. Obviously, if you can do this once or twice, you're going to have a huge special attack stat, which is really going to hit hard on a lot of Pokemon. Flamethrower turns to the Max Flare, which sets up the Sun for you. That Heat Rock extending it from 5 to 8 turns. Obviously, as I said, halving water power, and also allowing you to use Chlorophyll Pokemon. Scorching Sands turns to Max Quake, increasing up your special defense if you need that for any reason, and also just a really good ground-type coverage move. And then Thunderbolt as another coverage move there as well. You can set up the Electric Terrain if you need it for any reason. If you've got a rest Pokemon, for example, that's causing some issues, that Thunderbolt will allow that to happen. EVs, what I'd recommend is running max special attack and max speed with this, so a timid nature, more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Could always run max HP, max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack if you wanted to. That's up to you. And if you wanted to run a different item, you don't have to run Heat Rock. You could run things like Life Orb, you could run even Choice Specs, maybe even Choice Scarf as an option. You could run any assortment of berries, red cards, lots of different things you can run on this. And finally, as I said, I've gone for more of a gimmicky physical set with Magmortar. Now, with base 95 attack, that is by no means bad at all. On here, I've got leftovers allowing us to heal ourselves up. You might want to go for Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry combines quite nicely with Belly Drum to heal 25% of your health, so you only take 25% damage overall from the Belly Drum. But Belly Drum will get rid of 50% of your damage, but 50% of your health, and max out your attack. So you go to +6 in your attack, which goes to 4 times, which takes you to well over 1,000 in your attack stat, which is absolutely gigantic and will obviously cause a lot of damage to different Pokemon. Move-wise, I've then gone for Fire Punch, powerful fire-type attack boosted by Stab. Obviously, with that naturally or gigantic attack stat there, you're going to hit for a lot of damage on different Pokemon. Body Slam, again, because you're slower, that allows you to paralyze the Pokemon, so halving their attack power. It's not halving their attack power, sorry, halving their speed, which allows you to be able to potentially go first in different scenarios if it's possibly a multiple hit Pokemon. And then you've got Thunder Punch to hit those Pokemon that you might not be necessarily strong against. So things like water types and possibly also flying types as well. EV's gone for max attack and max speed with a jolly nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. You could possibly go for max HP, max attack if you wanted to with an adamant nature. It's entirely up to you how you decide to go for it. Obviously, as its Belly Drum is more of a gimmicky set anyways, because it can be quite difficult to pull off. But if you could pull this off, this thing could definitely sweep a team, possibly even in like a minor speed, like Brave Nature, Trick Room scenario. That could potentially even work for you in your favour. That is all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I will see you soon.